Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've been away the last couple of days and hence haven't been putting much up on YouTube, but anyway I thought I'd rectify that today with this short video. We were away in the Riverland of South Australia where we visit quite often, where we have relations, and not yesterday but the day before I had cause to visit with my brother-in-law an op shop, or in some parts of the world they call them thrift shops, which was owned by the Salvation Army. And of course I like going into these places because quite often you can get some good bargain cameras. So anyway, we went into this op shop or thrift shop, Salvation Army shop in Berry in South Australia, and there was, with the idea I was going to see if there was any cameras there. So I went into the shop and started looking around. It was quite a big shop. I couldn't obviously see any cameras on display anywhere, but I started doing a circuit of the whole room to find out what was there, and next thing, before I knew it, I'd come across all these DVDs for $1 each, and also a vinyl long playing record. So before I even looked at cameras, I came away with some DVDs. Here you go, got a collection of them, and some interesting ones there, some serious, some not so serious. I like watching DVDs. And also this one here, this was a 1960s, I think, vinyl LP of Australian rock and roll stars back in the day. And I think, what do we got there? Yes, they're all still alive, those guys, I think. No, sorry, Johnny O'Keefe died some years ago. He was probably our most famous rock and roller, the guy in the middle here, Johnny O'Keefe. Anyway, so I got that as well, and then my brother-in-law came looking for me, and he was, I hadn't even looked at the cameras yet, and I said, well, hang on a second, I haven't looked for cameras yet. And so I said to one of the shop ladies, I said, have you got any old cameras here? She said, I don't know about old. I said, well, I don't care if they're old or not, any camera is better than no camera. So anyway, she said, I've got some in the drawer in a cupboard over here. They weren't on display. So she went over and opened up her cupboard, and there was this feast of little compact cameras there, selling for $5 each. So I'm just going to, and I bought most of them. So I'm going to show you what I got with some brief description of them. Some of them I haven't got going yet. I've got to get some new batteries. Some of them are working. There are, what have we got? There are 5 film cameras and 4 digital cameras. So let's start off with and one of them I think is probably, yeah, the most low-tech one is probably the one I'll find the most interesting. So you can still see the $5 tag on there. This is a an Olympus iZoom 2000, and it is a APS camera, and I've got to get a battery for it, and I've had some trouble trying to open up this on the back here somewhere, to open up the there's a lever there that says opens up to put the film in, so I'm not quite sure how that works yet. Anyway, I've got to get to the bottom of that. Another beautiful little camera. This is a film camera, as is that one. That's an APS one. This is a Konica 7-Up 60, and that's a nice little camera too, and I'm hoping to get that one going. It takes AA batteries, but some signs of a little bit of corrosion in the battery compartment there, and I did have it going briefly, but I think I need to do a bit more work on that. But that's a nice little camera. If you look up the specifications on these, once I've got them all going, I might do a review of some of them. I've got a heck of a lot of compact film cameras and some digital ones, which I've already shown you. And what do we got here? This one here, still got its $5 tag on it. That's a Minolta, and I've got to get batteries for that because this part here slides off when you've got the batteries in it, but I can't do that without the batteries in it. And that's a nice little camera. It's a Minolta 70W Riva Zoom. There you go, it's an autofocus camera, and that's a nice, feels beautiful, nice little chunky camera, plastic, but it's very well made, as all Minolta cameras are. And then what else have we got here? This is a Nikon. Can't go wrong with a Nikon, can you? This is a Nikon Zoom 300 AF. and it's got a 35 to 70 zoom on it, and it's a nice little camera, very compact, and that should go a treat. I don't think I've got to get a, yeah, it takes these bigger size batteries, so I've got to get 3 of these cameras take those batteries, I think, so I've got to go and do some shopping. And then I'll save what I think is the most low-tech one, which is a film camera to last, to show you what I like about it. But I'll start off with the digital ones. In fact, I'll start off, there was 3 of these Kodak EasyShare. This is an EasyShare C300, and this has got a fixed 37mm lens. It hasn't got a zoom on it, but I've got this going. This is, what did I say it was? It's 3.2 megapixels, but it works, and it does video, but I don't think there's any sound on the video. So that's a nice little compact, nice little silver thing. And I found that all of these cameras, these Kodak EasyShares, they take AA batteries, I think, yes. So I got that one going, and that's a nice little camera. And then the next one up from that was another Kodak EasyShare, and this one here is a, what's this? This is a 5 megapixel one. There you go, look at that. And that has got a equivalent of a 34 to 102 millimeter zoom lens, 3 times optical zoom, autofocus, 5 megapixels, does video with sound and all that. It's got all sorts of settings on the top there. It's quite a nice little camera. In fact, the interesting thing was, which I've noticed on another camera I bought a while back, sometimes people leave their SD cards in here. So I took that out and loaded it up on my computer, and the photos were really good, quite surprisingly nice and sharp and whatever. Of course, these things have an EasyShare thing, which I wouldn't bother with anyway, which was all the rage at the time when they brought those out. So that's the little, what's that one called? That's the EasyShare, Kodak EasyShare CX7530. One of the things I like about these cameras is that they've got a little optical viewfinder, and you can use the viewfinder on the back, or you can look through, you know, the screen on the back, or you can look through the viewfinder, which is what I really like. I like to be able to line up a photo with the viewfinder. So, and then the last one in the range is even more compact, but it's also a Kodak EasyShare, and it is a 36 to 108 equivalent zoom, 3 times optical aspherical lens, Kodak AF, and that one is 7 megapixels, 3 times optical zoom, and it's got video, everything on it. And I tested this out, and this really works really well. If I can turn it on, the zoom comes out. Nice, neat little camera, and it takes a good photo. I've tested it out. So all 3 of those little Kodak ones are working fine. And I don't know whether you can actually see me on the back there. There you go, look at that. I could probably record one of my vlogs on one of these cameras. Anyway, that's a nice little camera. So I got those nice little Kodak EasyShare digital ones. Turn that off. Okay, now this is the worst of the bunch. I don't know why I paid $5 for it. I got taken away by the fact that it says it's 10 megapixels, but it's a Vivitar Vivican XQ X054, I think it is. And this is basically a child's camera, and I looked up the reviews on this, and I've never seen such bad reviews in all my life. And the interesting thing was, I was in a shop yesterday in the Riverland, and they actually had a modern version of these things for sale for about $23, and I thought, wow, it's still, you know, if you're going to get, and the idea is you buy these for the little kids, but if you want to get a camera to teach your little kids how to do photography, what's wrong with getting a $5 one of these? You know, you're not losing anything, and then they can get serious about their photography. Now, the one that I got most excited about was this one here, because when I saw it, it's a film camera, and I thought, oh, it's an Olympus XA, which is highly sought after and quite good, fetch good prices second hand on the internet. But then I looked closer, and it's actually an Olympus XA1. And it's got a flash attached to it, and even so, I looked up the specifications and reviews of it. Just slide this back, so you slide that little bit back there and you've got that there. It's a beautiful camera, and I've got some film in it now, and you don't need batteries. It's got one of these selenium light meters in it, and that works, I found out, and the flash works. You just wind the film on. In fact, I could probably show you how to. There's a little lever on the bottom here where you turn the flash on. Just underneath there's a little lever there, you might see. I'll just turn that on, so the flash is, it's just now you can see the flash is on. And there's a setting on the bottom here, 400, I've got it set on 400 film, 400 ASA. That's the only setting you need to do, and it's fixed focus, not autofocus. So I'm going to, and I do this quite often, and once again you're looking through the viewfinder. So here I'll take a photo maybe of all the junk in this room, and you'll or maybe I'll pay it so you can see the flash go off. So here we go, there you go, and you just wind it on. I don't know whether you could see me doing that, could you? I'll do it again. Okay, here we go. Come around this way a little bit. That's it. And wind it on with this little knob at the back. So there you go. That was, and then to turn the flash off, you go back to this little lever down the bottom, and that turns it off. It's an f4, it's an Olympus Zuiko 35mm f4 lens, and basically I noticed some people are putting these in the and there's lots of images. All these cameras, well, the film ones anyway, you can actually find samples of images taken with these cameras. And I noticed that the lomography people, who are getting bigger and bigger with all their Lomo type cameras, and it's not just any camera that's sort of like that and you don't have much control over, is what they're calling lomography these days, or Lomo type cameras, and that features on the lomography website as well, I think. So there you go. Don't buy one of these things. You can't even put an SD card in it. Takes three AAA batteries, and I read that, and it's got this strange little USB connection on the bottom there. To even get the photos out of them, I don't know how you would go with that. So that's just a curio. It's a nice colour though, lovely colour. Anyway, there you go. That was my little mission going into the mission, I suppose, into the Salvation Army op shop. So thanks for watching. I hope you find that interesting. If you know any of these cameras and have you used them and can tell me about them and comment, I'd love to hear your comments. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I got out my Pentax 6x7 today, and I'm going to do a little bit of a review on that one soon. By the end of the week I'll be doing a review on my Pentax 6x7. So we'll see you next time. Catch you later.